When Project Baltimore first launched in 2017, we promised to hold your school leaders accountable, follow the money, and give parents and students a voice in their education. Now, as we head into this new school year, that is what we will continue to do. Maryland and the Baltimore region saw many changes this past school year as a result of Project Baltimore investigations. We begin nearly 1 year ago in September 2023 with two bombshells. The first, a months-long Fox 45 investigation into then Maryland State Superintendent of Schools, Mohammed Chaudhry, that raised serious questions over transparency and accountability.
Mr. Chaudhry, Chris Papps with Fox 45. Can we ask you a couple questions about your department removing test scores from the website?
Project Baltimore found Chaudhry had used a secondary email account to conduct state business, and that his state-issued cell phone was set to automatically delete text messages after 30 days.
Mr. Superintendent, have you ever used the Signal application in commission of your job?
No, thank you much. Appreciate it. For my job?
In early September, Project Baltimore exposed how Chaudhry used an encrypted messaging app called Signal to conduct state business, which he initially denied. That report proved to be the tipping point. Days later, on September 15th, Chaudhry, Maryland's highest-ranking public education official, announced he would not be seeking a second term as state superintendent. Weeks later, he announced he was stepping down. That same month, September 2023, Baltimore City Schools police detective and 8-time state champion football coach Lawrence Smith was indicted on federal charges of overtime fraud and tax evasion. The indictment alleged what Project Baltimore first reported 8 months earlier in January 2023, that Smith was logging overtime when he appeared to be somewhere else. This Facebook Live video appears to show Smith driving a boat on the Chesapeake Bay at the same time his overtime form says he was working.
You want to say something to your players, Coach?
If convicted, Smith faces decades in prison. Project Baltimore investigations did not just expose alleged corruption.
I think the law needs to change when it comes to juvenile offenders.
When this mother first came to Project Baltimore in January, she was outraged. A 15-year-old who pleaded to charges of sexually abusing her daughter was allowed to return to class at Patterson High School in Baltimore City.
We want to make sure that the policies and the laws are laws that are in place that are making sure that people are safe in their communities and that kids are safe in their schools.
Weeks later, legislators in Annapolis drafted a new law banning juvenile sex offenders who appear on the Juvenile Sex Offender Registry from attending public schools in person. Instead, schools must now develop alternative means to educate the child, such as virtual learning.
House Bill 814.
In May, Governor Moore signed the bill into law.
The first and foremost concern is safety. Safety, period, end of story.
Project Baltimore investigations also had a powerful local impact. Fox 45 News was there in June of 2023 when this community gathered at this school bus stop for what they thought was the final time. The Howard County Board of Education had voted to cut bus service in 2023 for about 3,500 students. The district said the move was to ensure the efficient use of transportation, meaning 5-year-olds like these were expected to walk upwards of a mile to school.
Frustrating, very frustrating.
This past June, after Fox 45 told their stories,
I want students to be walking less.
The Howard County School Board voted to restore bus service, which starts in 2025.
It's nice that they've taken the time to really see the impact and understand the community concerns and make some changes.
We also reported stories of inspiration.
We're doing something big here.
In June, Salem Avenue Elementary, a school with 100% student poverty, was awarded 2024 model status by the Center for Model Schools, which recognizes student achievement and innovation. Just 28 schools in the entire nation received this honor. Salem is the only one in Maryland.
There's nothing that can stop any school from not doing what we're doing. It's all about the passion and willing to take the risk. There are some risks with this, going out and do something different. In education, like many businesses in life, routine rules the day, and it's scary to do something different.
As we head into this new school year, Project Baltimore is continuing to investigate concerns over grade changing, student safety, and student privacy. And as always, we want to hear from you, our viewers. Do you have a concern or praise over your child's education? It could be classroom instruction, busing, fraud, waste, or abuse, anything. Call our hotline, send me an email, follow us on social media, or head to foxbaltimore.com to follow our progress. I'm Chris Pabst, and this is Project Baltimore.
I'm Kai Jackson. Thank you for watching. Here's another video to watch. Also, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel.